Besides, he knew his Uncle Joe, who lived in a trailer home about 8 miles south of the Sequoias. Uncle Joe offered James to join him and his Aunt Margarine into their home. James was too proud, though. He felt he would be most comfortable by himself, at least to think. He did plan to invite Jennifer Alex Peace to come live with him in the treehouse, and he visits Uncle Joe and Aunt Margarine every day, and invites them to coffee or tea, with Jennifer Alex as a host to their party greetings. The delay that James had comprehended was time travel, a portal of enthusiastic and wizard-like modesty for the many forgiving souls. Somehow, the enthusiastic and wizard-like modesty were also dignified empathy and joyfully rewarding pride. James had to compromise not only to gain Jennifer's love, but to understand certain truths in a valid effort, even if it took an eternity or a lifetime. James was renewed at the timeless age of 17, when his thoughts became enthusiastic and his mind magically charismatic, showing him wizard-like beauty and mindful securities. His drug use became functional. He is a reflection of subtle awareness and would excuse himself to deal with his abilities of secretive and telling solutions and enthusiastic modesty. He drank decaffeinated coffees and environmentally friendly flavored nutritious waters, which fueled his enthusiasm and enriched his sobriety, providing a gamer's intellect of intuitive and redeemed dualistic surprise-accepting proudness. He had friends who cared for him with a sincere companionship, and his best friend and beloved romance with Jenny Alex Peace. He lived on a farm close to town near a little city called Natural Virtue. He developed a fondness for physical arts and for his idol whom he wanted to learn from, and teach the benefits of practicing veganism. Bruce Lee. He realizes that he is a bit of like everyone he'd ever observed. Jennifer also absorbed entities and people's energy. Jenny shared with James, and James shared with Jennifer all of the talents and gifts they had acquired through the wildly ambitious serenity and charming secrecy of each other's conversation between each other. James played baseball from the age of about 10 to 14. He ran into a dugout of self-esteem and was learning from a coach of proud excitement freshman year of his high school duties. He was needed on the baseball team, and since the team played with hemp cleats and environmentally friendly rubber baseballs, he decided to play. So he organized a group of individuals he knew from recent records, and the team won, lost, and have been awarded trophies and medallions for all of their metaphorically and serenely calming magical efforts. Courageously mystical talents and blooming gifts which had glowed through their sportsmanship and hollow energies, which are hollow because of the space there is to absorb other energies, of which hold a mechanism for purifying the cycle, cleansing the cycle, finally tuning every energy through a clear metaphorical liquid essence which solved every energy and clarified the energy to clear-minded thoughts, emotionally adequate and spiritually cleansing. James added skateboarding to his repertoire of talents and shared what he learned with Jennifer Alex Peace. They would use environmentally friendly bamboo for skateboards. The two would skateboard together and film one another of their maneuvers. James had also added physical arts to his practice of talents. He honors his passions, and he is capable of functioning with a disciplined fashion. He had earned 2 bronze and 2 gold medals for his very loved Taekwondo facility. The bronze represents third place, which is the third letter of the alphabet, and represents the letter C. The gold is first place, and through the alphabet represents the letter A. The first gold medal was achieved in the sparring tournament of the Junior Olympics for the orange belt competition bracket. His bronze medal, also earned in the Junior Olympics, is achieved in the form of tournament. Form is, in the opinion of many martial arts enthusiasts, a spiritual dance with a precise maneuver of front snap kicks, offensive and defensive maneuvers, roundhouse kick, jump snap kicks, and other fundamental and advanced offensive and defensive drills within finesse and style. Strength and virtue through the motion through air. James' mind became so complex as he aged, in a virtuous way. He is given spiritual and mind-like sobrieties to comfort his mechanics of talents, complex only through the sense that his intellect has grown, his logic has grown, and they have grown through peace and virtue. In every mental or spiritual liquid or plant providing substance which produced and reproduced every given substance gave James comfort which complemented James and Jennifer's relationship, in the communication of natural virtue, which seemed to bring him to an esteemed sense of securely anxious, charismatic compliments through the music of James and Jennifer's soul or mind. Talents are athleticism, ever growing with a sense of boyish charm and ladylike benevolence. James also won another contest, the Jimmy Kimme's Conventional at Sunrise State near the ocean, peacefully protected and respected sacred sea life. He is awarded the gold and bronze. Ironically, and with the sense of likable intuition, the bronze was from the sparring tournament and the gold from the form contests. James and Jennifer's history began to develop, the artistic conditions of Futurama theories and a boldly attractive stability. James had many dreams: to become a professional skateboarder with bamboo skateboards, to earn the highest degree of black belt without difficulty, become a professional baseball player, start a band, write poetry and music, philosophize, create, learn, be a romantic partner to Jennifer Alex Peace. A professional baseball player with a league that only uses environmentally friendly baseball and environmentally friendly shoes and environmentally friendly clothes. Travel the world and cherish desserts one step at a time with a sense of securely anxious charisma and likable infatuation. How respectful James became, with Jennifer's bashful, charming, and confessing knowledge of energy and spirituality, and James' mindful intuition and romantic virtue, not his requesting to be this world's architect, with Jennifer as an architect too, and as all the architects with redeeming shares of importance and gratitude to respect the world through the brilliance for this universe today. James and Jennifer both have a small puppy dog, and they feed this dog fruits and vegetation from plants and trees as food and medicine so that it doesn't bite their fingers or cry. James and Jennifer both drink caffeine-free coffee. For an intellectual young man such as James, develops an enterprise of self-esteem, learning with regular and goofy foot intellectualisms. The territories of all energies are cleansing themselves through every conscious creativity and subconscious perseverance, by divisions of wonder and the categories of enlightenment. The buoyant satori's by the potent wonders as blocks of color and renewed functions, as a love-shock hopefulness and enthusiastic appreciation, sacred sadness with the sensation of reinforced magical perfection, and agile joy, joyous relief. To appreciate this young man is as to communicate through the world's mystery of such an enchanted voice of recognition and mystique by the intellectualism of wonderful and sophisticated joys which relieve pain and through virtue calm the mind, and bring serene sensibilities, senses of romances, theories, and intuitions of universal absolutes, and the regeneration of healing cells as to reinforce the story and form the connection through the story writer, acquiring free agents of artistic poetries and theoretical beauties to the world through creativities. Maybe he has to enjoy appreciation to achieve success, with stargazers and wonders of graciousness, through the creativities of blissful telepathic emotion, by the intellectual philosophies of such functional communications, and appropriate communications. The appropriate telepathic emotion, the functional telepathic emotion, of such functional communications and appropriate communications.